I ain't got no key. I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. John Randall coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 3rd down, Johnson. And some room to work. Touchdown, Giants. Chris Johnson. 40 yards. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields this way up at the 17. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Rodgers. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. Herbert now. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Allen Lazard, 30 yards. And the Giants have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields this way up at the 17. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. He's got a man, complete, touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Irvin, 65 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
From the 31, Herbert, they'll check this down to Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, that's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he'll just get rid of it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.